Let's see. My friend Joe teaches kids at the Boys and Girls Club. Recently, he let the kids tear down a dead Alienware laptop. Do y'all have any other activities around 5th grade students would like?
That's super cool.
That's very cool.
Man, 5th grade activities. So so these kids are 11, like 10 to 11.
Is it based around computer hardware? Because they mentioned the laptop thing. Because Scratch is cool, and I think 11-year-old is around. Scratch is probably a good idea.
I mean, I know that this is sort of the same thing, but also isn't. Older LCD monitors are super cool because you can actually see the different layers. Like you can see the polarization layer. Like you can actually take it out and
hold them up and test them.
And you could talk about what it's doing and light and stuff like that.
This might be tough. They would need to help the kids with this. But if you did that experiment where you take the polarization layer off the monitor and then you make glasses out of it so that the monitor looks white, but if you're wearing the glasses, you can see what's on the monitor, that would probably be a very mind expanding.
That would blow the kids' minds. That's sick.
Yeah.
Great idea.
That'd be cool. You might be able to do the process of removing the layer yourself, but then just place it on it so that you can still see properly, but then tell them that you already removed it and then peel it off and then make the glasses with them. Because the process of removing it is a lot harder. Might be a little above.
What else would be kind of cool to kind of dissect? I mean, I don't want to recommend, taking apart anything that's super valuable anymore. So that's something that can make things a little bit challenging, but maybe if there was a way for anything you do to remain usable, for future lessons, I could see it being kind of cool to remember that one-time sponsor we had, and they had those little shadow box things with all the components removed from game consoles and stuff like that. So if as a class project you kind of made something that you could kind of hang on the wall and continue to use, then I'd feel a little less bad about sort of just taking something apart like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something other than disassembling stuff. I mean, 10, 11-year-olds are sort of getting reasonably competent, but I wouldn't expect any electronic device to survive their treatment with tools around either. So taking things apart is probably your best bet. Definitely not power supplies. Don't take apart any power supplies.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, because my high school teacher, Mr. Traddle, did a super cool thing. High school computers teacher, to be clear, where he got us a bunch of end of life desktops and piled them all up in a room, and we had to tear them all apart and then figure out what pieces of hardware in that pile were known good, and identifying even a few pieces of known good things was super valuable, because then you could use those things to test other things that you weren't sure about. So it started really slow because we had to try to find some stuff that worked at all, but then over time it got faster and faster, and then we built a computer lab out of what was effectively 2 computer labs worth of computers. That was incredibly satisfying, and also I would say that it increased my pride in the school, if that makes sense, because now there was something in the school that was built by me, had my work in it. That's so cool. you would see people in the computer labs mess with the computers all the time. People would put things in the optical drive bays. People would stuff garbage in the side panels. They would do stupid, annoying things like that. And it already annoyed me because I liked the computers. You know what made me the most? They were computers that I built.
You know what made me the most angry about just senseless destruction of school property when I was a student was people being like, yeah, but the school sucks.
Yeah, it's you're making it worse.
Why do you think it sucks?
Yeah.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Now they have to spend their extremely limited budget on fixing your garbage. But yeah, so I don't know. That had a lot of personal value to me for a billion different reasons. But yeah. Yeah, it was cool.